Caitlin Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark, had 23 points tonight, but it wasn't enough to pull off the win over a very good Minnesota team. Something is going on with the Chicago Sky in this locker room and the violence across this team, and we have to talk about it. Sheryl Swoopes is going back and forth with Stephen A. Smith, and Sheryl Swoopes still looks like a fool. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro.
We haven't seen him a lot, I'll say that. What I have seen, and coming into the season, watching her in college, I said the single best thing that she does that young players don't do is she plays at an incredible pace. And pace can get you really, really far, and there's great value in that. Pace and passing, I think, are her two greatest things. I know the sexier part is probably the logo 3, but the pace and the passing is what makes her exceptional in my mind. The importance of the W, you're all standing here. I don't think it's just for Maya Moore's, jersey into the Raptors. At least I hope some of you are here for that. But every city that she's in, I thought it was really cool her senior year of college to see that take hold. It wasn't just the Iowa fans. It wasn't just a sold-out Carver. She became a road show. And I don't know that, and I don't want to slight anybody in college, but I don't remember seeing that in my time. And that's held true. We've wanted a player or a league that can, sort of transcend some of these spaces and have a road show. The NBA's had their players that people come to see, right? So when the Wolves sell tickets, there are certain games that they know people are going to come watch certain players. And Caitlin Clark and some of the other rookies give us that. Obviously, Caitlin, being the headliner.
What is tonight like for you, having these people in the same building?
The people in the same building?
Caitlin and Maya.
Well, I wish one was playing for us. Either one. I would take either one.
Ooh! Oh my goodness, did she just put Courtney Williams on her backside? What's up, everybody? What's up, boys, girls, he's, she's, they, them, we's, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball, okay? Oh my goodness, it must be snowing in July in a summer in Texas. Sheryl Reeve is saying something positive about Caitlin Clark, White Jesus. What? My goodness, I almost fell out of the chair when I saw this. I said, am I seeing this correctly? Sheryl Reeve is coming to her senses. I guess one of the Sheryls decided to pick the right side of history to be on. You get one out of both Sheryls. At least one has came to their senses. Oh, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much, guys. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and spreading the word and interacting with the channel. I am so forever grateful for you. Thank you. And if you are new here, if you're watching the playback, if you are new here, subscribe. Subscribe to the W360, guys. We are about we're a short amount of subscribers away from 4,000, okay? So if you are not subscribed to the W360, please be sure to subscribe to the W360 and we can hit 4,000 subscribers, okay? What's up, Lisa G? What's up, Sade? Hey, Rhonda Stewart. What's up, JP? Dale, Jeff, I see you guys. What's up? Yes, Sheryl Reeve is talking positively about Caitlin Clark. What? Between both of the Sheryls, at least one has came to their senses. At least one. Because the other one is cuckoo. cuckoo. Seriously. But let's go ahead and get to the episode. First of all, if you are still watching, Maya Moore's jersey ceremony is still going on. Beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful. Congratulations to Maya Moore. Watching it myself, it's so nostalgic, because it just brings back so many memories. So many memories of watching her play. So everything about this ceremony is beautiful. It's hard not to get a little emotional watching it, And then just with Maya Moore, seeing her tonight, because for some reason she does not come around this league. Maya Moore wants nothing to do with this league. You would think maybe she would have a podcast or maybe call some games, but we rarely see her. Rarely, and I don't know what happened, but she does not come around these people or this league. But nonetheless, Maya Moore, she just seems so genuine and just so sweet, and it's just so good to see her. It's so good to see her. And whatever they did to her when she was playing to make her say, I'm done with this at the prime, I don't know what happened, but something just seems, my intuition, when it comes to Maya Moore, my intuition is just telling me something is off. It could just be me, but even when they were interviewing her during the game, one of the ladies that was calling the game said, yeah, we don't never see you. Maya seems very reserved. She seems just kind of like, I'm just here to get my award and I want to leave again. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, but congratulations to Maya Moore nonetheless. She looks beautiful. She looks happy. She doesn't look bitter and she doesn't seem like, she's just unhappy with her life. She seems happy and she looks beautiful. So congratulations to Maya Moore. All right. James Fender said, nope, you're not off. Okay, so it's not me. Let me know if it's me. Something just seems weird and off. Just with the interaction with the media, something seems off. Something. I can't put my finger on it, but something with Maya Moore and her interaction with the WNBA altogether. It's just, what did you guys do to her? Something happened. Surviving the WNBA, the series will probably come out in the next 30 years. Something. I don't know. But whatever you did to her, she wants nothing to do with none of you. Nothing. When she leaves this ceremony, she's going back home and lock her door. Seriously. This Indiana team tonight looked flat. They looked flat. White Jesus, she started off the game shaky, but she ended up with 23 points and 8 assists. But nonetheless, the stats doesn't really match how White Jesus played. This entire team looked flat. The whole team. White Jesus wasn't being aggressive to score. Nalissa Smith is doing absolutely nothing on the floor besides getting cardio. Aaliyah Boston, they just throw her all over the place and take the ball from her whenever they want. Katie Lou Samuelson is just doing nothing. Kelsey Mitchell had a great game. Kelsey Mitchell played well. But altogether, this Indiana team, thank you so much, guys, for the super chats. Thank you, James. I really, really appreciate it. Ridiculous should be more. Subscribe. Come on. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate your super chats. But with this Indiana team, they look awful because they are horrendous in the half-court offense. The half-court offense is atrocious. No one's moving. I mean, what are you guys doing in practice, Christy? What are you doing in practice? Because they look lost offensively. Everyone looks lost. They're just standing there. And then in this high pick and roll, they need to practice this high pick and roll more because they're not executing it well at all. At all. And one thing that I'm noticing, White Jesus has to work on when she's getting double team, when they're blitzing her, White Jesus has to keep her dribble. She has to keep her dribble. She's picking up her dribble way too soon. And she doesn't have any teammates who says, oh, let me go get the ball. Once she pick up her dribble, the play dies. The play dies. Nalissa is just standing there wondering what Dejanay is doing. Kelsey Mitchell, she just runs without a purpose all over the court. Kelsey Mitchell just runs. She just runs without a purpose. Aaliyah Boston is just hoping they don't look her way. And Katie Lou Samuelson isn't doing anything. Nothing. Now, it's good to see Timmy back. Hopefully, Timmy can get back in this starting lineup. But because between Alyssa Smith and Katie Lou Samuelson, take either one of them out the starting lineup. Doesn't matter. Put their names in a hat and draw a name, and whichever one you draw, take them out the starting lineup. They're both equally stinking. Stink! Now, between the Indiana Fever and Minnesota, Indiana looked like they were the ones that just played last night. They looked sluggish. Aaliyah Boston just looks like she didn't want to play tonight. I keep telling you guys, Aaliyah Boston doesn't have any dog in her. None. Not even a Yorkie. Not even a poodle size. No type of dog in her. I think they need to get someone else to get this ball at the top of the key because they're just stealing it from her. Keep her in the paint. That's where she wants to be. Put her in the paint somewhere. But she cannot run this high pick and roll offense because she's not aggressive enough. Aaliyah Boston looked like she just played Vegas last night. She's just standing around on the block. She's not pushing anybody. I would like it better if Aaliyah Boston just get a tech. Get a tech, Aaliyah. Just get a tech. I'm fine. Foul somebody. Block a shot. Aaliyah didn't have any blocks tonight. She's not getting any stops on defense. Nothing. Nothing. Be a monster, Aaliyah. I forget who it was. Who was it that she got into the mix-up and then they had to, it was a jump ball. She's getting the ball. She's taking 8 dribbles. Aaliyah looked a mess tonight. Aaliyah looked a mess. She's not aggressive. Get mad, Aaliyah. I know. Y'all will get mad at me. I know y'all love Aaliyah. I like her too. She seems like a lovely girl to go pick apples with. She seems lovely. But on the court, she's just not aggressive. She don't have any dog in her. And this isn't, again, to take away from Minnesota. Minnesota is a very, very good team. Let's be clear. Minnesota is actually a team that I think they have a good chance of actually winning this year. You know, I don't care for Cheryl Reeve. Didn't too much care for this Minnesota team, but they look good. Napheja Collier is playing out of this world since the Olympic break. Thank you so much, Chris. This is Ribaldo. Thank you so much for the super chat. You say Fee Collier clocked AB. Yeah, Napheja was doing everything she wanted to do with Aaliyah Boston tonight. If she told Aaliyah Boston, go sit down in the audience, Aaliyah Boston would have said, which section, which row? Aaliyah Boston was getting cooked the entire night. On both ends of the floor, offense and defense. No blocks, nothing. She's too soft. She is soft. Soft. Nonetheless, again, not to take away from how just good this Minnesota team is, though. This Minnesota team looks tremendous. They have great chemistry. Nafisha Collier is playing out of her mind. Kayla McBride looks good. Courtney Williams, mid-range is automatic. They look good. I mean, they just beat the two-time defending champions last night and the game before back-to-back. With the best player in the world on their team and 4 Olympians, and the Minnesota beat them twice. Swept twice. So I'm not too mad about this loss because, again, this is a loss to a very, very good team. You know, but as far as Indiana is concerned, this personnel they have to do something about this personnel. This personnel is just not giving enough. You're not giving enough. Nalissa Smith isn't nowhere to be found. Why isn't Lexi Hall playing more? I mean, she just had a tremendous game. You would think Christy Sides would go straight to her. Lexi Hall should have just started the second half. You go back to Nalissa Smith, who's just not doing anything. What was she doing over the break? You're boinking free throws. You're not playing a lick of defense. I mean, Nalissa Smith is missing defensive assignment after defensive assignment. Watch her. Go back and watch this game and watch Nalissa Smith. She's getting confused and lost on defense. She's not rotating. She's getting blown by. She's not doing anything. She's just getting cardio. She's getting cardio. She should just put on her Apple Watch and count her calories that she's losing, because that's all it seems like that she's doing on the floor is trying to burn calories. Seriously. Erica Morales. What's up, Erica? Says Wheeler played too many minutes. Willa played, I think, 10 minutes tonight. She had 2 points. Again, there's no depth in the personnel on this team. Willa didn't do anything. You know what I mean? The only one seems like that they really wanted to kind of try to win tonight, besides White Jesus, was Lexi Hall and Kelsey Mitchell. Everyone else, Dantes is shooting way too many threes. Damaris Dantes is shooting way too many threes. My goodness. I mean, we know you can hit it here and there, but that doesn't mean that you should be the go-to. Dantes, she's solid, but Dantes has to be clear what her role is, and it's not you being a three-point shooter. Seriously, you hit your little fadeaways, you get it in the paint, we can use you for a good 8 to 10 points. We don't need you shooting 6 threes. No one needs you shooting a bunch of threes. You shoot it, Dantes, when no one in the gym else is open. We don't need you shooting a bunch of threes, Dantes. You see what I mean? Christy she's awful. Then this team doesn't have a coach. So, to be completely honest with you, I pushed the Fever. I pushed White Jesus. Y'all know I like these rookies. But I was not shocked when they lost tonight. One, because Minnesota is playing exceptionally well. But two, I know that Indiana Fever is not a strong defensive team. Their perimeter defense stinks. And Minnesota will make you pay if you're not guarding them. They will make you pay. They're not like Dantes just shooting threes and missing them all. Minnesota hits their shots. So, it's easy to point out the people after a loss, but this is necessary. It's necessary. If White Jesus had one dog in the post, and I mean just a dog that cleared the rebounds, is a great second line of defense, aggressive, This team can beat a Minnesota Aces team consistently, you know. But yeah, this team is they don't have enough weapons. They looked flat tonight. They looked like they were the ones that's been playing, not Minnesota. What's up, Miss Pinky says all of the Fever players need to take their butts to bed early before game night. The refs are a joke as per usual. Yeah, that's understood. These refs are just as good as church league refs in this league. Hopefully, you know, as the league continues to grow, maybe they can pay some quality refs. These refs stink. They stink all across the board. Every game I watch, the refs stink. So yes, hopefully Indiana can pull together this half-court offense because it looks a mess. This team cannot score in the half-court. This is a run-and-gun team, but it starts on the defensive end. In order to get into transition, you have to get a defensive stop. You can't get into transition and while your team is scoring, you have time to take out the ball. No, you got to get a defensive stop, get the ball, and let's go. But, you know, they weren't playing much of any defense tonight. So, nonetheless, next game, RC, what's up, RC? RC says, wide open threes missed all night. Don't turn around says, hot mess. Goon the shooter says, I like the refs sometimes. They let them be physical. So, yeah, let's look at some key plays from the game, and then I want to get into Sheryl Swoopes and Stephen A. Smith. Sheryl Swoopes is just not – she's intentionally not getting the point as far as what people are saying. And Chicago Sky apparently is fighting in their locker room, which I'm not shocked. Kennedy Carter needs to get out of this league. So we're going to look at some plays, and then we're going to get into what's going on around the W, okay? Let's look at some highlights from the game tonight. What a dime. That was a nice pass. Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall should have stayed in a lot more than she was. She looked good tonight. Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell had a good game. Nice pass. White Jesus. Yes. White Jesus.
So far 16-5.
Oops. I thought I turned the volume down. That's all Nalissa Smith did tonight. That was the only thing Nalissa Smith did tonight. And then she went on to miss the free throw. Went on to miss the free throw.
Back and forth with Boston.
Now listen, look at Aaliyah. Look at Aaliyah. First of all, she got away with a travel. Okay, she traveled here. She walked here. And I get it. They collapsed on her. But just look at Aaliyah. She walked. Now she made it, but this is an and one, Aaliyah. That's what I'm saying. I know people say, well, she scored. No, but that's an and one. If you go up with some power and aggressively, Aaliyah, you're going up just like, oh, please don't hit me. Go up with some power. That's an and one. You were going up hoping that, you just hurry up and get the play over with. Hopefully I can get a sub. Aaliyah plays like she's waiting on her sub. Thank you for the super chat. Zane for the super chat says, can you please give Boston a pep talk? She is too soft, not aggressive at all, and they stripped the ball from Boston so easily. I do. I told you, Aaliyah, early in the season. I told you. You need to go back to what you were doing, Aaliyah. Remember when did you stop listening to your gospel music? You turned Kirk Franklin on. Stop listening to Glorilla. Those people aren't good for you. Don't you listen to Sexy Red and Glorilla. You put your Kirk Franklin on before the game, like you were doing before. Put on your Kirk Franklin and Yolanda Adams and the rest of the gospel singers that you listen to. You turn that hip-hop mess off. It's demonic. That's why you're playing bad. It's stripping you of all your energy. You put your gospel music back on, Aaliyah. We need you now. We need you. Seriously, how do you get out of shape toward the end of the season? What are you doing after practice? Why do you look out of shape and sluggish? It's playoff time. Seriously. Don't turn around saying she needs some 3-6 Mafia. Don't turn on that demonic music either. You turn that demonic stuff off, Aaliyah. You keep your gospel music on. Seriously. We have 250 people in the chat, and we are at 92 likes, guys. If you have not liked this video, please like the video so that YouTube can put it up in the algorithm, okay? Please like this video. If you have not, let's get the likes up on this video, guys. Before I get to Sheryl Swoopes, just if you guys were wondering, White Jesus ended the game with 23 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, and a steal. She shot 58% from the floor. Aaliyah Boston ended the game with 10 points. She had 15 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell ended the game with 21 points. Nalissa Smith did absolutely nothing. She scored 2 points. Lexi Hall had 10 points. And Timmy, her first game back, she had 4 points and 5 rebounds. Minnesota, Naphesia Collier had 31 points, 1 block, and 5 rebounds tonight. And like I said, this Minnesota team looks absolutely, they look good. They look good. All right. The other Sheryl. Sheryl is a gift that will not stop giving. My goodness. Sheryl Swoopes. Baby. I want you to stop this madness. Sheryl, are you upset? Will the WNBA give her a jersey retirement ceremony or something? I don't know what's going on with Sheryl. What's happening? Is this a midlife crisis? I have no idea what's going on with Sheryl. But she is really doing a good job of solidifying the claims that these women are jealous. Jealous. You're not helping any of this, Sheryl. So Stephen A. Smith went on his podcast, the Stephen A. Smith Show. I don't know how you guys feel about Stephen A. Smith. I personally find Stephen A. Smith to be highly entertaining. I find him to be highly entertaining. Now, a lot of people hate him. A lot of guys hate him. I think that's men's business. I don't know why people hate him so much. I find Stephen A. Smith to be highly entertaining, girl. I watched First Take. Between Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, those two are entertaining to me. Mad Dog, love them. I like them. Nonetheless, Stephen A. Smith took to his podcast and basically said what anyone who has sense and criticized her. Now, he did it respectfully. He spoke highly of her. He said she's a lovely woman in person. He's met her. She's lovely. But what you're doing and how you're behaving is ridiculous. He said your bias is showing. You're not mentioning Caitlin Clark. It's ridiculous. He pretty much called her out. What the WNBA media, for some reason, won't do. That's why she's behaving and hooting and hollering like this, because nobody will call her out. That's in the WNBA. So nonetheless, Stephen A. Smith basically called her out. There was a clip that surfaced online of Stephen A. Smith criticizing Sheryl Swoopes, basically saying she needs to be fair in her commentary. It's ridiculous how she's behaving. Sheryl Swoopes tweet Stephen A. and said, y'all are funny in this chat. I don't know who called this woman Elton John, but y'all are funny in this chat. Y'all, we are keeping this basketball, okay? But y'all are hilarious in this chat. I love Sheryl Swoopes, though. I really do. I just think she's wrong here. Sheryl Swoopes tweeted to the video. She said, "You talk about whoever and whatever you want on your podcast, correct? So why can't I? Also, did you listen to the entire episode? Nope. I have a personal relationship with these players, and they deserve recognition as well." So then she tweets again. Sheryl says, "Do you talk about them or others in the league and give them their props? I hope y'all take all of this energy to the polls and vote." There were other tweets that Sheryl basically put out and said, you know, she's going to talk about other players because they deserve attention too. And then Sheryl Swoopes also mentioned how when she talks about Caitlin Clark, people have a problem with it. When she don't talk about Caitlin Clark, now people have a problem with it. And at this point, I think Sheryl Swoopes she's intentionally being dense. Right? She's missing the point on purpose as far as what people are saying, Sheryl. And I made this point in my last episode, in my last live, and I'll say it again. If this was Sheryl Swoopes' independent podcast, she would have a point. She would have a point. She could talk about whoever she wants and whoever she decides to talk about. She would have a point and a leg to stand on. But your podcast, Sheryl, is literally promoted during the WNBA games. You are the voice of the WNBA, so to say. So your podcast is going to lose all of its validity because of your bias and your jealousy. Now, Elle Duncan came out and said, you know, Sheryl Swoopes decides not to talk about Caitlin Clark anymore because she's getting death threats and racist comments, and she's getting this. And when she talk about them, a lot of her fans have so much to say. Sheryl, that's what comes with sports commentary. Have you read some of the stuff people say about me? That's what comes, Sheryl, but you can't just say on the official WNBA podcast, I'm just not going to mention her altogether. She's like the most popular player in the league. How can you have a legitimate podcast and not mention White Jesus? Because of quote unquote what her fans say. I think that's a bunch of baloney, Sheryl. You shut your pie hole. You're behaving horribly right now. And then the fact that you take the road and say, you know, I'm highlighting other players, and they deserve to be talked about too. Sheryl, you're being intentional, you're being manipulative, and you're gaslighting. Okay? Because you know, no one is telling you that you can't talk about other players. What people are saying is that when you're talking about a game, that the Indiana Fever won, and when you're talking about the Indiana Fever, the draw and star player on that team is Caitlin Clark. How are you having a conversation about the Indiana Fever and you mention everyone but Caitlin Clark? Especially with your history as far as being factually incorrect about Caitlin Clark. Some of the controversial things you've said about Caitlin Clark. Now you just say, I'm just not going to talk about her altogether. You got to let go of this platform if this is how you're going to behave, Sheryl. And I don't understand how the WNBA continues to allow this to go on from their official podcast. You're the voice of the WNBA. So basically, you're saying the WNBA, you shouldn't mention Caitlin Clark. You see what I mean? It's just too many emotions. It's too many emotions. It's too many emotions happening. And you're letting your emotions get in the way of you being a professional. If you don't like the girl, that's fine. But you need to get off of a podcast where you should talk about her. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm not saying that you have to bring out the trumpets and red carpets. You don't have to do that. You don't have to bring out a red wall and talk about her. That's fine. But my goodness, Sheryl, if you're going to be the voice on the WNBA platform, you're going to have to discuss Caitlin Clark. Deal with it. Or get out of town. Seriously. You're not helping the claims, Sheryl. You see the other Sheryl Reeves, she just gave in. She said, you know what? I can't continue to look like a clown. The girl is good. I wish she was on my team. She gave in, Sheryl. You should do the same. Because at this point, hating on Caitlin Clark, you look like a fool. This podcast, this WNBA podcast, does not look credible at this point. You're too emotional. In the WNBA media, all of y'all do not look credible. You're a joke. You're a joke. Natalie Esquire and the rest of you coming out and you're saying, Stephen A. Smith, why would he say it's so disrespectful? Why would he say this to Sheryl Swoopes? He didn't call her out her name. He didn't say anything bad about her. He just said, hey, what you're doing isn't cool. How is this? Everything is so disrespectful. I'm telling you now, as the league continues to grow, the league is going to move past a lot of these old WNBA media people. Your voices are going to get drowned out because as millions and millions of more people continue to grow or continue to show interest in this league, your voices and bias is going to get drowned out. No one's going to want to hear from you. You're not going to be credible. You're not credible. We all know what your motives are, and it's to push the older players and the players, you can push them in, your own agendas. No one's going to take you serious. Sure, this podcast, the fact that you are the host of this podcast, no one's going to take this podcast serious. It has no credibility. You won't even talk about the most popular player in the league right now who's giving you this league the legs that it stands on, and you literally won't mention it. That podcast stinks. That podcast stinks. I love you, Sheryl. I love you. That's why, this is so upsetting to see. I have no idea. I have never in my life sat on YouTube and watched a video of a person that I don't like. I don't know how you can sit on YouTube and type in the comments and watch somebody that you don't like. You don't have anything else to do. It's Saturday night. It's Saturday night. Literally, it's Saturday night. It's a beautiful night out. But you choose to sit at home and watch a show that you claim not to like and terrorize people in the chat. Get a life, loser. What a loser. Get a life. Seriously. Go, you have your name there. I don't, get a life. Seriously. Nonetheless, Sheryl Swoopes, you got to do better, Sheryl. You got to do better. You have to do better. Do better. Do better. Guys, if you are tuning in and you have not liked this video, please, please, please like this video. If you have not liked this video, make sure you like this video so the W360 can get boosted up in the algorithm, okay? All right, as we close out, I want Chennedy Carter out this league. I want Chennedy Carter out this league. How long is this league going to allow her to go around and commit felony acts of assault on players? How long? Chennedy Carter is another person. Her and Sheryl Swoopes need to go see the same therapist. Go to therapy. This girl is cuckoo. What is wrong with her? And why are you so violent, Chennedy? There's a reason Chennedy continues to prove why she has been put off multiple teams internationally and here in America in the WNBA. She continues to prove why she gets put off teams. You're violent. And then you have the nerve to complain when the Unrivaled League didn't invite you. WNBA All-Star didn't invite you. No one wants you around. You're trouble. You're trouble, Chennedy. Talented player, one of the best guards in the league. But you're going to stand in your own way with your felony assaults. Let's take a look at the play last night. And Chennedy isn't the only one. Alyssa Thomas she's committing felon assaults as well. Seriously. But let's take a look at the play last night of Kennedy's dirty play against Marina Mabry. Look at this. Oh, that went by too fast. Here's the thing. If it's a basketball play, that's one thing, right? It's like, okay, it's a hard foul. It's a basketball play. Keep the game going. Let's go. But this isn't even a basketball play. What? She's not even going for the ball.
That looks like it hurt.
Put her in jail. She's not doing anything. She's assaulting people and claiming that she's a basketball player. No, you're not. You're just a person out here committing aggravated assault, Chennedy. You're not playing basketball at all. And then Teresa Weatherspoon, this falls back on you, Teresa Weatherspoon. Nip this in the bud. She's going to hurt somebody. She's literally going to hurt somebody. And then if you look at it, Teresa Weatherspoon looks like she just kind of laughed it off. Look at this. Look at Kennedy. She getting ready to go after the ref. Look at her. Look at her. Look. Chennedy Carter right here, this grin. Look at her grin. whatever Teresa Weatherspoon said to her, it was almost as if, like, you know, she got to tell her for the camera, hey, you got to do this, but hey, keep going. Good job. Teresa, what kind of culture are you creating on this team? What kind of culture? Did you watch the Maya Moore? Didn't you watch the Maya Moore ceremony? All of her teammates had pleasant things to say about her, but you want to know what was common amongst everyone's commentary around Maya Moore? She played with class. What type of culture are you creating here? I know it's Chicago, but my goodness, you don't have to have your team reflect a stereotype. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for the super chat. Kara, thank you, CJ. Much love. You always make me laugh. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But my goodness, Spoon, nip this in the bud. Put her off your team. She's giving the league a bad look. And then look at this play from the Chicago and Connecticut game. Another play. Look at Alyssa Thomas. What did Angel Reese do to Alyssa Thomas? This is the second time that Alyssa Thomas has had a dirty play against Angel Reese. Look at her. Now, remember, guys, earlier this season, Alyssa Thomas grabbed Angel Reese out of the air and choke slammed her to the ground. Why don't they start fining these women for this? I don't understand it. Someone says, I love it. I'm okay with hard basketball. Okay, I'm okay with playing hard. But when it starts looking like that y'all are playing in the backyard of a prison, nobody wants to see that, especially the rookies against the rookies. Go hurt each other and beat each other up like that, but don't do that to Angel Reese. People love Angel Reese, Alyssa. Seriously. Now, I saw a clip of Chicago Sky. If you watch the clip, there was a clip of a video of Chicago Sky in the press conference after this game. They ended up losing this game by 2 points. Let me see. Chicago Sky ended up losing 82-80. Now, somebody said WWE basketball. Now, in the post-game press conference, you could hear Chicago Sky. I don't know what was going on in this locker room, but all you heard was a bunch of rumbling and like players were fighting. And I said, I bet you that's Chennedy Carter because the girl is damn cuckoo. I bet you it's Chennedy Carter throwing stuff against the wall or something. It really got to a point where Camila Cardoso, who was in the press conference, had to look and say, can y'all close the door? Teresa, get this team under control. Get this team under control. Your team is looking like a bunch of uncontrolled heathens. Get them under control. They're fighting after the game in front of the media. Camila Cardoso is in hell, because she come from a well-orchestrated South Carolina program, and you could tell those girls get along. Dawn Staley runs a tight ship out there in South Carolina. Camila Cardoso, literally, she's in hell. I don't know what they were arguing and fighting about, probably after the game, but my goodness, where's the professionalism? Where's the decorum? Act like you've been somewhere before. Teresa, get your team under control. They're embarrassing the league. Seriously. Nonetheless, if you watched the last live, I told you guys to tune into the Connecticut and Chicago game. And my goodness, did this game live up to the hype. I told y'all, I said, they better not let Marina Mabrey come out and have the game of her life. Now, remember, I told y'all Marina Mabrey played for Chicago, but she got traded just before the Olympic break. So this was her revenge game, and my God, did she not come out and have the game of her career. Marina Mabrey ended the game with 24 points. She shot 9 for 13 from the field. Dejanay Carrington, you know, the player that demanded that they put her team on TV, she ended the game with 7 points. She shot 2 for 12. She shot 16% from the field, Dejanay. So this, again, goes back to you think you should play on national TV shooting 16% from the field? Seriously, thank you so much for the super chat, Jim. He said, they did look as flat as Brittany Griner. You had me laughing, choking on my dinner. Still love you, Fever. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate the words. Thank you so much. But yeah, Dejanay, listen, you can't have those type of demands and demand the WNBA put you on national TV and then you turn around and shoot 16% from the field. I think you should beg the WNBA not to put you on TV. If anything, you should be saying, please don't put us on TV playing like this. Don't do that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. It's this Cyrus North. The W360 is the best show on YouTube. My wife and I love you, CJSoFoolish. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Are you guys the couple that I ran into in HEB? Let me know if I ran into a couple. Shout out to you in HEB. And recognize me from the show. If that's you, thank you. But if not, shout out to the couple that I ran into in HEB. I appreciate the love. Thank you. Nonetheless, though, get this together. Get it together. Get this Chicago Sky team together. Get them together. Round them up and get them together. Tell them to put on their best behavior when TV cameras are rolling. This isn't Love and Hip Hop Basketball WNBA edition. You behave like you got some manners. Fighting on each other on TV. What an embarrassment. Seriously. But yes, Marina Mabrey ended the game with 24 points. Angel Reese ended the game with 13 points, 20 rebounds. Angel Reese, you gotta work. You gotta work, love. You gotta work. You shot 3 for 12. 3 for 12 from the floor, and all of your shots are under the basket. Angel Reese, you gotta get better, okay? You're a rookie. We get it. But you got to back up the trash talk. You got to back it up. You got to back it up. You're trash talking during the game and hitting the too small to Alyssa Thomas, but you got to back it up, Angel. Now, I'm rooting for you, and I love you. I love you, Angel. I love what you bring to the game. I love it. Rooting for you. You got to back it up. That's all I'm saying. You got to back it up. You can't go 3 for 12 and you're shooting all your shots under the basket, Angel. Now, cut out some of these appearances. Cut out some of these concerts and get your butt in the gym. Or you're going to get lost in the sauce, Angel. You're going to get lost in the sauce. This Rookie of the Year conversation is over. Come on, man. You got to get in the gym, man. You got to get in the gym, or else these other rookies going to come in the league. And people not going to really be talking much about you anymore, because if you continuing to shoot 3 for 12, you missing wide open layups by yourself down the court. Everyone, I'm not even going to put it on the show, but everyone saw that clip of you coming down the court. You boinked a wide open layup. You can't be doing stuff like this, Angel. Come on, man. You got to do better, Angel. Seriously. Thank you, RC. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. You got to do better, Angel. You got to put on a better performance. If you're going to be talking this talk and doing the too small, and you're going to be, you said, I'm the villain, I'm this, I'm that. You gotta do better. Gotta do better. You gotta do better. Seriously. Because the stardom is gonna run out. If your game not keeping up with it, Caitlin Clark's stardom is lasting because she's putting up 20, 25-point games. She's making everyone around her better, and I'm not taking away from Angel Reese's game. But what I'm saying is people got to stop comparing this. Well, Caitlin Clark shot back. Caitlin Clark is shooting threes. And Logos, Angel, you're right under the basket. You got to do better, man. You got to do better, Angel. You got to do better, Angel. I'm saying this with love. You got to do better. You got to do better. You got to shoot better than 3 for 12. You got to shoot better. Stop going viral for talking mess and your trash talk. But when people pull your stats, it's like, dang, she shot 3 for 12? Now, we get it. I mean, you're a rebounding machine. I will give you that. You play hard. But anybody can watch a post player rebound, man. You got to compliment your rebounding game. Compliment how hard you're playing. Compliment it with a skill set. I really hope you get in the gym and work on your game in the offseason, Angel. I do. I'm rooting for you. I do. But, you got to get better. You got to get better, Angel. Gotta get better. But I think overall, Angel Reese will be fine. Angel Reese will be fine if she stays focused. That's the main thing, especially in the off season. Get in the gym. Cut out some of these appearances and stuff if you care. If you don't care, let us know. Then we won't care. But get in the gym and work on your game. Once you compliment how hard you play with a skill set, an enhanced skill set, ain't nobody gonna stop you in the league. Nobody will stop you. Seriously. Camila Cardoso had a good game. She had 18.6 rebounds. If you ask me, I really think Chicago Sky should play through Camila Cardoso a lot more. Play through her. She actually should be the first option, and then have Angel clean up the boards. I don't understand why Chicago isn't playing through Camilla more. Anyone else on that team besides Kennedy Carter can go. A mess. Diamond DeShields, Lindsey Allen, Dana Evans is not consistent. They can go. You can get better players. Trade them all. Seriously. All right. To close out here, around the WNBA, the Aces lost again to Minnesota, 74-87. The Washington Mystics beat the Sparks, 80-74. Phoenix beat Atlanta, 82-80. And Connecticut beat New York Liberty tonight, 72-64. I have to go back and watch this Connecticut and New York Liberty game. New York Liberty winning streak was cut tonight. So I definitely want to go back and watch the Connecticut game, okay? All right, guys, it's getting late. Someone says Angel jumpers her own ball all night long. Tanya, what's up, Tanya? Says the Sky are a dirty bird team. Goon says they should start Dana. Angel is a double queen. Goon says Angel jumper there. Rebound wise. Reese shooting 25% last game and 38% on the season from less than 4 feet is pathetic. I'm not going to say pathetic. I wouldn't say pathetic. She could definitely be doing a lot better. But, I mean, she's a rookie. I think the main thing with Angel Reese is I really hope she takes this offseason seriously. and it's not the same repeat from the junior year to senior year at LSU because I don't think that she really got a lot better. She just plays really hard, but as the WNBA continues to grow, you're going to continue to play against players that just play really hard as well and, work on your skill set. So I hope she takes the off season seriously. I really do. I really, 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 really do. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the episode for tonight. Definitely, if you are not subscribed to the W360, make sure you subscribe, okay? Make sure that you turn on your notifications so you can know when I'm going live and other videos are posted. Other than that, it looks like Las Vegas Aces, they play in the morning against Chicago, and it'll be a couple of other games tomorrow as well. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at the W360_, okay? The W360_. All right, until next episode, peace and so grease. Ooh.